So if you guys didn't watch the game, um, simply Jimmy Butler just went off. He just went off. Uh, he went for 45 minutes. He had 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists. Honestly, I think that um, this is the type of performance we've been waiting for from Jimmy Butler. We know what he's capable of. If you watched him during the season, he's put up these type of numbers during the regular season. Probably not 14 points a lot, but somewhere kind of close to there. Um, but for the most part, he really had to come through for the Miami Heat to win this game. Let's not forget other players that definitely chipped in. Tyler Hero, he started off slow in the beginning of the game, but he eventually started to warm up and started to hit his shots, and he ended the game with 17 points. Kelly Olynyk also just came off the bench with a great contribution. He also played 31 minutes. He also had 17 points. I think one of the most surprising things for me was that they just were able to fight, honestly. You could see it at the end of game two how they wanted just to dominate at the end, but it was just a little too late and the Lakers won that game. But I think it's really good to see that they just fought from the beginning of the game to the end, and they went on runs. The Lakers also, they also worked hard and cut down the leads, but at the same time, they kept on coming back. Um, but one of the main reasons that they won this game is because of Jimmy Butler, honestly. Um, it's actually pretty surprising. During the game, Jimmy was like, they're in trouble. And we'll just have to see. I think if he can put this performance together, maybe if he puts up another 40 points, maybe he doesn't have to, hopefully, next game. But if he can get consistent contribution from Kelly Olynyk, from Tyler Hero, from Jay Crowder, even Myers Leonard, if he can get those guys just really involved, I think they have a chance in taking game four. So let's look at the Lakers side. So LeBron, he had a decent game. He usually is always putting up close to triple double numbers every game. So he had 25 points, he had 10 rebounds and 8 assists. And I think that's good. I think that's great, honestly. But if you look at the other players tonight, I think they also need to chip in a little bit more. Like Anthony Davis, he was just struggling early on, and he just struggled for the rest of the game. Nothing was really falling. But I have to say that that needs to be attributed to the Miami Heat's defense because they just really made sure that he was not getting open looks, and they were just defending him very well. And every time he got the ball, either they'll double team him or they'll just make it really hard for him to shoot. So he ended up with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Anthony Davis, he's really good, and he can't. They can't win. The Lakers can't win if he's not contributing greatly. Um, Points, rebounds, assists. You look at like other key players, other key role players, and they just didn't really do well. Kyle Kuzma and Markieff Morris, they did have 19 points apiece, but the other players like Danny Green, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, they just had 2 points and 5 points respectively. So you're just not going to win games if these players are not going to contribute more than what they're doing. I personally want to see a fight in these playoffs, and I really want to see the Heat kind of just really show what they're made of. They've shown us all throughout the um, Eastern um, playoffs that they've just been able to fight and just really tough it out. They lost Bam Adebayo. for a little bit. They don't know if Goran Dragic is going to come back because, he's also injured. So it was just really good to see them really fight. I think during the game, you can just see their defense was just, and I'm talking about the Miami Heat's defense. The Miami Heat's defense was just on point the whole game. And honestly, if they're going to win Game 4, it needs to continue to be on point. One of the things I did see in the first 2 games, at least from Tyler Hero, is that he needs to definitely reduce the turnovers. I think he did a great job with limiting the turnovers this game. But if they're going to have any chance of taking Game 4, they're definitely going to need to make sure that their turnovers are still low. But overall, I think this was a great game for the Heat to win. They need to continue to play through Jimmy Butler. I think that one of the things that Jimmy Butler actually needs to prove to actually do better is that he needs to figure out when he needs to be aggressive sometimes. I think after maybe a timeout or two, they probably told him, hey, Jimmy, you got to be aggressive. And then you could just see after the timeout, he just started to, attack. So I think it's good to get the other players involved, but when, it's literally get a win or go home, you got to attack. And I think that if he continues to attack, the Heat have a big chance in winning. So with that, I think I got to say that this was actually a really good game to watch, and hopefully that they bring the fight again next game. But they got to know that the Lakers are definitely going to come out even stronger. So they got to make sure that their defense is definitely on lock. I hope you guys enjoy that. Please like and subscribe. I'll definitely have more commentary on future games and other things as well coming up in the future. All right, see you.